Hello and welcome to the May Scholarship Webinar class. My name is Mrs. Laverne Mickens, the Scholarship College Mama, and I'm so glad that you could join me today. And happy Decision Day to all of you who made a decision, whether it's 2-year, 4-year, college or university, whether you're taking a gap year, whether you're going to work, whatever your decision is, congratulations to you. And of course, we're going to focus today mostly on middle and upper income class because the FAFSA doesn't always target you. The FAFSA doesn't always have you in mind. So I've got a plan for you to get the money that you need to help your child have a debt-free degree. Is it May? Yes. Is it late? Yes. But it's not too late. It's not too late, and here's why. Thousands of scholarships are still open every month, every day. There are scholarships available, including this month of May. And we are headed into the summer scholarship season, which is the number one best season for national, regional, community, and local scholarships. Millions of dollars go unclaimed every year because families don't win, they give up, they don't know what to do. If you committed to a college and you paid your deposit, now it's time for us to go and get the money. So this webinar class is for middle school students, high school students, seniors, and college students of all ages. May scholarship opportunities include the following: local scholarships, including the Rotary Club, Kiwanis, community foundations, and local businesses; Greek organizations, including Black D9 fraternities and sororities, your Jack and Jill organizations. May Week season is now. Faith-based scholarships, including church scholarships, Catholic dioceses, mosques and synagogue awards, state-specific grants, and corporate and employer scholarships for either your job or your parents' job. So where do we find scholarships? You can first look online at databases like fastweb.com, scholarships.com, bold.org, UNCF, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, and Going Merry. And if you want to look closer to home, you've got the website, financial aid department, and scholarship website of your college. Your state agency also has scholarships and grants. College Greenlight helps first generation and need-based students. Raise.me for micro scholarships. Your major and major associations, and you can also ask your guidance counselor and your department chair and your advisor. Local and state scholarships are always the way to go. This is your hidden gold mine. Local scholarships mean less competition and higher win rates. You can look for city scholarships, county scholarships, state programs, civic organizations, local business, and industry. I know my kids won over $30,000 alone from local and regional and community scholarships. And summertime is the best time to be on the hunt for scholarships, including national scholarships like Coca-Cola and Ron Brown, local scholarships from your community foundation, regional scholarships like the United Negro College Fund and state chapter scholarships, and departmental scholarships like engineering, nursing, education, and social work scholarships. You can also win scholarships for your major and your department. Your major equals money. Every field has professional organizations that fund students, including STEM and engineering, department scholarships, business and finance organizations, law and criminal justice organizations, arts, media, and communication organizations, or if you're in health, nursing, education, social work or psychology, or any HBCU. There are major and department scholarships for you and professional organizations. So now we've got some big federal aid alert changes because of that one big beautiful bill. There will be some big changes coming July 1st, 2026. So here's what you need to know right now before the new academic year begins. So for Pell Grants, students meeting or exceeding their full cost of attendance with scholarships or other aid will not be eligible for Pell Grants. And Pell Grants are a form of free money. and that comes from the federal government. SEOG grants, or Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grants. Any students with a high SAI or outside scholarships that are covering the full cost of attendance are not eligible for SEOG grants. Now, these grants are also federal. They're grants, they're free money. And these grants are for students that have the most need. They have dire need, an immediate need. Those types of students get these kind of grants. Federal work study, which means you're eligible to get a job on campus. And due to increased institutional cost sharing, colleges are expected to reduce the total number of work study jobs available. Roles involving political or civic engagement are no longer eligible for federal work study program or funding. Students are advised to apply earlier as the competition for a limited number of work study positions is expected to rise. Now, if you're a high school senior, you're obviously not on campus yet. But if you've committed to a campus, I would say to reach out to financial aid, admissions, or your department to see which jobs are posted and which jobs are available if you've been awarded with work study. Now, for all my parents who are thinking about taking out that Parent Plus loan, the rules are different this year. Parents now may borrow up to $20,000 per year per student, and you have a lifetime limit for that student of $65,000 overall. They put a cap on the borrowing for Parent Plus loans. And for all my grad students, of course, we all know there's a debate about who's professional and who's not, and which professions get funded and which ones don't. So if your major or your profession has been deemed not professional, most Grad Plus loan programs, first of all, have been eliminated. And they now have a cap. The loan limit is $20,500 for grad students and $50,000 for professional students. And professional students include doctors, pre-med, dentists, veterinarians, lawyers, things of that nature. Nursing is not included. Healthcare is not included. Teaching is not included. Okay? And those are things that you need to know. So, do you know how to appeal? Have you appealed? Do you know how to ask for more money and more aid and actually get it? You have the right to appeal, and most families don't know this, but now you do. First, you want to compare award letters, and you want to just not email. You need to email, your child needs to email. You should actually pick up the phone and call them. Document any circumstances that have changed in your family or your finances. You need to write a professional appeal letter. You need to ask about any institutional grants or any unclaimed monies that other students have not claimed. For example, students may be awarded financial aid and may end up not going to that school. That means that money goes back in the pool, that money goes back in the pot. You can ask about those funds. And you can ask about the Parent Plus denial path. If you have been denied a Parent Plus loan, students can receive additional $4,000 to $5,000 unsubsidized. Apply, get denied, then appeal and ask about this. Now, your essay is key. Your essay is critical to you winning the money. Some essay tips include answer the exact question as asked, because judges notice when you don't. Open with a story, not a definition. Hook them in. Show your why. Make them feel your purpose and not just read it. Use specific details, names, places, and moments, and end with an impact to make them remember you. What will you do with the money? And another thing I like to tell my clients and my students, tell them how you're going to go back to your community and help your community, and maybe one day have your own scholarship of your very own. Have two people proofread, edit, edit, edit. I cannot stress and emphasize this enough. Edit your writing and have more than two people if you can. Proofread before you submit. And application tips include create one master scholarship folder or tracker. Track every deadline in a calendar within a 2-week reminder. Keep a master list of your activities. Write a core essay you can customize. Always submit 24 to 48 hours before. The deadline is never the deadline. Apply even if you don't meet all the criteria. You never know. You may be the only applicant. Apply to every scholarship available. small ones, medium-sized ones, big ones, everything that you can. All right, and of course, it's May, and if you need to work with me, May scholarship coaching is available, and a personalized scholarship list is also available if that's something that you need. Okay, we've got live coaching sessions, we've got accountability and deadline trackers. I review all your essays, give you feedback, and I can help you appeal and take a look at your award letter. And if you just need a personalized scholarship list and you want to do it on your own and go it alone, I can create a personalized scholarship list for you, including custom research for your student based on major, GPA, location, and need, 40 to 50 vetted opportunities included, and it's delivered within 5 to 7 business days. So let's take a break here. Hopefully, you've got something to write with and write on. If you need to go ahead and grab some water or grab some juice, we're not done with the class yet. I know it's May and I know it feels late, but it's not too late. The money is still out there. Families who stay in the search win. Don't let May stop you. Let May motivate you. I'm working on my second book right now for middle class families. It's called Middle Class Magic. And I want you to know that there's money out there for you also. So I'm going to take this time now to pause. I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to switch slides. And I'm going to present and continue with our May scholarship webinar class. I'll give you a minute to get something to write with and write on. Go ahead and pause this if you need to. And join me and come on back. So happy May and welcome back. My name is Laverne Mickens. I'm the Scholarship College Mama, and I'm the wife of an educator and mom of 5 fabulous children. I've been researching, finding, and winning scholarships for over a decade. Our youngest child, Elizabeth, graduated from high school in 2023 and won over $1 million in merit-aided scholarships. We're up to 80 scholarships now and counting, and she is attending Bard College debt-free. And today I'm going to show you how you can do the same. This is my first book, Million Dollar Baby. It's on Amazon. It's a quick 100-page read. It's really great. It's a great gift and a great resource. And I'm currently working on my second book for middle class families. It's called Middle Class Magic, and I can't wait to get that to you. On this scholarship journey, please remember that money does not rain down from the sky or grow on trees. It takes work and effort to win. You have to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. College is a big business, as recently reported in the New York Times. College will pretty soon cost over $100,000 annually to attend because they're trying to price out the middle class and lower income families and create a permanent underclass. And this is borderline criminal and shameful. So you need to start your process early, start your scholarship process today. As I mentioned in the last few slides, scholarships and grants in 2026 will look different with this administration. Pell Grant, the rules are different. Supplemental grants, the rules are different. Student loan terms and limits, the TRIO program they're trying to get rid of. The Gear Up program they're trying to get rid of. They got rid of the Grad Plus loan program, and grad school loans look much, much different. So applying for scholarships is not optional, it's essential. Scholarships don't need to be paid back. It's free money, and it can fill the widening gap left by shrinking federal aid and rising tuition. All right, here we go. Some May scholarship opportunities for you, including My Impact Challenge, $10,000 due May 3rd. Prospanica Scholarship, $5,000 due May 3rd. Immigrant Student Scholarship due May 4th. The NCAA Postgrad Scholars, $10,000 due May 4th. And the Innovation Essay Contest, $1,000 due May 5th. All right, here are some scholarship application strategies for you. Tips to keep in mind. Always read the prompt and read it carefully. Make sure you answer the prompt directly. Follow directions, including word count, file type, and formatting. Keep a Google Drive folder with your resume, your brag sheet, your transcript, and 2 to 5 letters of recommendation. And make sure you have a general essay template. Here are some of my scholarship squad winners, the original winners from a couple years ago. Jayla and Jordan are now college sophomores, valedictorian scholarship squad, original members, and scholarship winners. And we also have from our Martin Luther King Scholarship Breakfast, Olivia, Jordan, Gabby, and Aaliyah, who are all college freshmen, exceptional scholarship squad members, and we are continuing to win. You can continue to apply in college and you can keep winning in college. Please remember that. We've got Alana, who's from Brooklyn, New York, who's a Howard sophomore, who's also winning outside third party private scholarships. And we've got Anaya down at Spelman College. She's a United Negro College Fund STEM scholarship winner, $10,000 from Chicago, Illinois. And we've got Nurashao over at Hampton University, who's a sophomore URISE STEM biology scholarship winner, $25,000. We've got parent testimonials. We're helping families. We're changing lives. And I'd love to do the same for you. So we're going to get right to it today and help you get that debt-free degree. All right. So as I mentioned, I've got 5 children. Let me introduce them to you now. This is my oldest. Kay attended Hampshire College as a creative writing and game design student, received scholarships and grants that covered 50% of the cost, but we had to dip into our 401k and our 403b retirement plans to help finish paying for college. And ironically enough, Hampshire College just announced that they are closing at the end of this year. And I'm so sad because it was a beautiful campus and a beautiful place to learn for different kind of kids, creative kind of kids, out of the box thinking and curriculum. It was a very special place to be. And this is Josiah, who went the community college route, which is also a great plan and a great thing to do if you want to save money. Joe went to HCC on full scholarship, was a culinary arts graduate, a YouTuber, and also has sickle cell anemia. Joe was on full scholarship, graduated June 2024, and has 0 debt. I've got twins, and the first twin, Kiara, attended Smith College, graduated May 2021. She attended Smith on full tuition, and also we had to take out Parent Plus loans, and she was also awarded federal grants. And with that, she was able to study in Cuba and intern at the American Ballet Theater. And then we have my other twin, Taylor Rose. She attended the University of Massachusetts as a jazz, musical theater, Afro-Am studies major, and she graduated in May of 2022. Now, funny enough, she started off at Hofstra in Long Island, New York, didn't like it, decided to transfer, got some transfer scholarships, got some local scholarships, but that state school down the street oftentimes is more expensive than a private school around the corner. And the University of Massachusetts cost us $33,500, of which we had to take out Parent Plus loans, out-of-pocket costs, borrow money from family in order for her to graduate. And now Elizabeth, the youngest, attends Bard College. She is a junior, currently in South Korea studying abroad. The cost at the time was $85,000. Bard is now up to $95,000, of which we have 0 debt because Elizabeth won over $1 million in grants and scholarships and prizes. So high school seniors, parents and families of seniors, it's crunch time. Please listen up. You want to appeal your aid offer. You want to apply to scholarships. It's not too late. If you're not sure, I can show you how. You need to follow the money. Don't follow your heart unless you have the money to go with that. And if you don't have a plan B or C, you need to formulate one now. Budget before borrowing. Try to say no to Parent Plus, especially with the new rules that they're creating after July 1st. And consider other schools and other options. Don't let emotions or a name brand or your children back you into a poor decision that will affect you financially. Be smart. If Parent Plus loans take up the majority of your aid package, that school is just too expensive for you to attend, and it's time for you to work on and formulate Plan B and C. You also need to treat scholarship searching, scholarship applying, and scholarship winning like a job, a second or third job. Work and effort are definitely needed in order for you to win. You need to schedule 3 to 5 hours a week. You need to use a scholarship tracker. You need to set 1 to 2 application deadlines per week. You need to follow up and check your portals and your emails, and you need to shift your mindset. Scholarships are not just free money, they're paid opportunities for your story, your effort, and your impact. All right, all my college undergrads in the class and on the call, here's what you need to do to get some scholarship money as an undergrad. You need to check with your department and your department chair. Ask if your academic department offers internal scholarships or research stipends. Meet with your academic advisor. They may know of scholarships tied to your major, GPA, or academic track. Visit the financial aid office. Many colleges maintain lists of internal and external scholarships by major or college. Look on the department bulletin board website. Departments often post scholarship opportunities, fellowships, and competitions. Join major specific clubs and honor societies. These groups often have scholarship funds or connections to foundations. You want to network with professors, go to office hours, build a relationship. They have access to money that you may not know about. Faculty may recommend scholarships you've never heard of, especially research based ones. And you want to search professional organizations in your field, including the NSBE for engineering, the NABJ for journalism, and the APA for psychology. All right, all my international students in the class, this is for you. International scholarships are financial awards given to students who want to study outside their home country. These scholarships help cover tuition, living expenses, travel, and other education related costs. They're often offered by the college themselves or by that particular government, nonprofit, or private organizations to attract global talent, support cultural exchange, or promote specific fields of study. And there are tons of international scholarships available. If this is you, you can definitely email me for more information. All right, let's talk about what types of scholarships there are available to you, including full ride scholarships. Full ride covers exactly that, everything. It's a full ride. It includes tuition, books, fees, room, and board, and living costs, travel costs, and study abroad. The goal is to remove any need at all for financial aid. And these scholarships are based on merit, your grades, your extracurriculars, your resume, your brag sheet, your work in the community. Then we've got full tuition, and full tuition covers just that, tuition only. Full tuition covers only the cost of tuition, books, and maybe some other fees. It doesn't cover your dorm room, and it doesn't cover board, which is food, or travel. And then we have merit aid. Merit aid is a form of college financial aid that does not consider a student's financial need, but rather is awarded based on academic, athletic, artistic, leadership, or special interest merit. Merit aid might cover a student's entire tuition or be a one-time award of a few $100s. So now let's talk about scholarship displacement and how your college might take away your outside private third party scholarships. So, first of all, what is scholarship displacement? So you have something called your cost of attendance. Your cost of attendance is just that, the cost of you to be at the college. When a college reduces your financial aid dollar for dollar because you want outside private scholarships and you go above your cost of attendance, then they start to displace your money, displace your scholarships. They subtract from your private scholarships when, of course, they should first be taking grants and loans that they awarded you. So, say, for example, your school costs $95,000. Let's say the college gives you $80,000 in financial aid. That's a $15,000 gap. And let's say you get $20,000 in outside scholarships. You would think that that's a $5,000 refund or credit, which would go back to you. What happens is they take that $5,000 and start to subtract or deduct from the aid that they give you so that your balance is just zero, so that you don't get any refund at all. So now let's talk about some ways that we can stop scholarship displacement before it starts. So what can you do to fight back against scholarship displacement? First of all, ask about the school's policy. Contact financial aid and ask directly how outside scholarships impact your aid package. Request a reevaluation or appeal of your aid. Reduce grants, get rid of loans, write a formal appeal asking them how to move your money around. Use scholarships strategically. Ask if the scholarship can be deferred to future semesters. That's what we did. Or ask if it can be used to cover books and supplies or be sent directly to you instead. Target scholarships that actually pay you directly. Local scholarships, community scholarships, issue checks or cut checks directly to you, the student. That gives you more control. And know your rights. In some states like Maryland and New Jersey, they have laws against scholarship displacement. So know your rights and know the rules of your state. All right, so the FAFSA is open. It's been open since October. And if you have not filled it out, you need to immediately create your FSA ID right now. You need one, your child needs one. Plan early. Have your 2024 taxes and documents ready. Plan today. Fill it out today. The deadline to fill out the FAFSA for the 26-27 school year is June 30th, 2026. And some schools also require the CSS profile. And if you're not sure if that's your school, go to the financial aid website of your college and see if they require this form. The CSS profile is an online application used by many colleges and universities and scholarship programs to determine a student's eligibility for non-federal financial aid. It's administered by the College Board, the same organization that oversees the SAT and AP exams. Now that's private financial aid. The CSS profile is private and the form costs money. The FAFSA is federal, it's the government, and the form is free. That's the difference. All right, let's talk about institutional merit aid that comes directly from the college. This is aid or financial assistance directly from the college or university, and it can include merit awards offered to students based on their academic performance, leadership, or unique talents. For example, Elizabeth has an arts grant from Bard College for her dancing and artistic graphic art and studio art abilities in the amount of $70,000. She had great grades, great resume, great community service, and she turned in her portfolio and she submitted a dance audition videos, and she was able to secure that merit aid. And you can do the same. All right, so these are in danger of being cut this year due to the big, beautiful bill. And this includes need-based aid, including Pell Grants and SEOG supplemental grants. Work study is also in danger of being cut. And remember, work study is a program where you get a job either on or off campus and they pay your child directly. And this is what a copy of financial aid actually looks like. We were awarded with merit aid, institutional aid, an arts grant, work study, and we are no longer Pell eligible because of the new rules and regulations put in place. All right, let's talk about the myths and the lies about scholarships. What's true? What's false? What is or what is not? Here we go. So, myth number one, only high school students win scholarships. Not true. Scholarships are for everyone, including elementary, middle school, high school, college, grad school, EDD, PhDs, all level of schooling. There are millions of dollars available for everyone under the sun. Middle school scholarships for May. Since we're speaking about all levels of education, these are for you, including the Ocean Awareness Art Contest, the Breakthrough STEM Challenge, the Patriot Pen Essay Contest, the Rubicam Youth Award, Student Video Contest, and the No Sweat Scholarship. Myth number two, only black kids, brown kids, or poor kids win money. Not true. There are scholarships for all kinds and types of students, every race, every ethnicity, and there are scholarships for any income, both need-based and merit-based scholarship. This is one of the biggest myths and biggest lies that are out there. And it's so pervasive, and people really believe it. When I tell you there are scholarships for everyone, including the Ryder family, a perfect example. This is Christy Ryder and her family, and they've been following me for over a year. They join my Saturday Night Lives on Instagram and TikTok. They follow my tips and tricks, and Christy Ryder was able to secure $18,000 in local scholarships for her daughter's freshman year of college, completely debt-free, completely paid off, because what I'm telling you works. And as you'll see, they are not Native American, African American, Asian American, Polynesian, or any of the above. And you can still win scholarships. Myth number three, scholarships are only open in the spring after you get into college, which is not true, because as you see that circle of the 4 seasons, scholarships are all year round. They have cycles, they have seasons, and we are in the midst of the spring scholarship season. Lots of national, regional scholarships are still open. Lots of big money is still available to students. Myth number 4, you need a perfect 4.0 GPA to win. Not true. The truth is you can win with a 2.5, a 2.7, a 2.9, or a 3.0. But you have to have a plan. Juniors, if I have any juniors on the call or in the class, you need to follow this plan and this roadmap. You also need to get my scholarship and college workbook for juniors also. Do you know what school you want to go to? Because if you know that, then you know what the cost of attendance will be. And then you'll know how much scholarship money you will need to win in order to attend that school. All right, here's the lovely Fisher Center. This is where Elizabeth dances, she performs, she practices, she does her artwork, and this is where her work study job is. Bard College in 2023 cost $60,000 for tuition, $20,000 for room and board. Just 2 short years later, Bard is now $95,000 a year. So we knew we needed to find, apply to, and win over $90,000 multiplied by 4. Remember, you're in school for 4 years, not just one. We knew we needed over $360,000 in scholarships, which we knew, we did it, we got it, we have it, it's done, we're all set. So now where do I look for scholarships? Get your pen and paper and write this down. It's my number one question that I'm asked. Miss Laverne, where do I look? Miss Laverne, where do I go? These sites right here garnered us over $300,000 alone. And they are JLV College Counseling, bold.org, Scholarship America, Scholarships 360, scholarships.com, Big Future, and Going Merry. And I need you to know that there are scholarship scams out there, and I want you to avoid them at all costs, including anything that says no essay, easy entry, one click here, asking for your social security number, asking for banking information, asking for your mother's maiden name, asking for any sensitive information. These are all red flags. If you go to the website and there isn't a website, red flag. If there are no past winners, red flag. If they ask you for money to apply to a scholarship or a fee to get an award, red flag, red flag, red flag. Avoid scholarship scams. The only no essay scholarship that I endorse is the Big Future Scholarship through the College Board. You complete each task on the site for entries into their monthly drawing, and you can win $400,000, $4,000, and $40,000 monthly. All right, so when will you hear back about scholarships? I need people to understand scholarships. This is not like going to the ATM to get money. This is not something you're going to hear back tomorrow, the next day, the next week, or the next month. This is a 2 to 3 month process. This is a waiting game. And I need you to understand that. You need to know how the game is played, and you need to be in it for the long haul. Okay? So if you apply to anything in the fall, this is when most national scholarships open. Notification is in late winter, early spring. If you apply in the winter, this is when regional and state scholarships open. Notification is in late spring, early summer. If you apply in the spring, this is when local scholarships are open. Notification is late spring, early summer. And of course, if you apply in the summer, this is a nice mix of local, state, regional, community, and national scholarships, and they notify you in the fall. All right, so how do you win? Again, your essay is key. Your essay is critical. Your essay is how you are going to win all of the money. First of all, get your pen and paper if you haven't gotten it already and write this down. How do you write a great essay? First, you just have to start. Open up your laptop or get that pen and paper and start the first draft. Scholarships are going to ask you who you are and why you should win. They will also ask you about future goals and 5-year plans. What are your future goals? What do you want to do with that degree? Why should we give you our money? Why you? Brag on yourself. Start your essay with an amazing hook in the first paragraph. Don't restate the question. This is not a standardized state exam. Use metaphors, simile, and vivid vocabulary. Be creative. Know your scholarship audience and be intentional about your writing. And edit your essays. Get fresh eyes on that writing immediately. Also, you can recycle and reuse your essays. Scholarships are going to ask you the same 3 things. Number 1, what are your future goals? Number 2, what community service have you completed or done? And number 3, why you? Why should you be the winner? Who are you? Tell your story, brag on yourself, and sell yourself. Scholarship essays are also going to ask you the following. Have you overcome any adversity? What do you value? Do you have leadership qualities? How have you given back to your community? Please get on the website of the scholarship and check the mission and vision of the scholarship organization and make sure that it aligns with your mission and your values in your life. And please do not do the following. Do not be familiar with these people. These are not your friends and family members. Please do not write how you talk. Please do not write your essay how you text your friends on the phone. Please do not forget to make edits, and please do not say thank you at the end of your essay. But when you win, you definitely want to send them a thank you note. All right, you can take a look at this. This is one of Elizabeth's sample essays, Why I Deserve This Scholarship. This essay alone garnered us $25,000, maybe 30. Take a look. All right, step 2, amazing recommendations. I like to say you need a high 5. You need your guidance or advisor. You need 2 teachers or academic professors. And the last 2 should be caring adults. That could be in the arts, the community, your coach, if you play sports, any high 5 that are going to help you just leap off the page, help describe who you are, your leadership abilities, and how amazing and talented you are. Your resume and your recommendation should leap off the paper. So you want to ask for that recommendation and ask early. Ask the people that like you and know you well, because your favorite is everyone's favorite. So ask immediately. Give them your resume, activity sheet, or brag sheet. If they don't know you that well, for leadership highlights, get paper copies and PDF copies of all recommendations. Because when you are applying to scholarships late at night on your own, you don't want to have to wait for grown-ups to do their job. All right, here's some types of scholarships that you can win, because step 3 is to apply in a smart way. What's catered to you? And that includes merit-based, need-based, artistic, athletic, community-based, minority, ethnicity, leadership, private, military, international. You can also win state-based, major-specific, age and grade in school, study abroad scholarships, LGBTQIA scholarships, disabilities, local and regional, renewable, which means you get that every year. Those are my favorite. Elizabeth has several of those. Or if you're a high school senior, a lot of scholarships are just one and done. You get it senior year, and then you don't get it anymore after that. Other types of scholarships include if you have a deceased parent, an incarcerated parent, if you took a gap year, if you have a single parent, if you're a twin or a multiple, if you're a first generation student, if you have health conditions, if you're a particular gender, if you're undocumented, if you have a certain religion or faith, if you have a certain hobby, certain talent, or fall under certain circumstances. Now, you need an amazing resume or brag sheet to win these scholarships. And on your resume, you should have the following: activities in and out of school, volunteering, awards, employment, extracurriculars, sports and clubs, community service, hours you've worked, and hours of service. Here's just a sample. I just made simple charts and tables for Liz. We had an unconventional resume. We just had an XY axis, rows and columns. That's about it. So we had rows and columns for her extracurriculars, for her volunteering, for her awards, and for her jobs. And as you can see, we listed all of her extracurriculars, the position she held, the date she was involved, and the hours per week that she completed these. You can win big with local scholarships are the way to go. Low competition, big money, including your local banks, credit unions, advertising companies, churches, local newspapers, teacher unions. You can even look into utility companies, your chamber of commerce, state, regional, and county scholarships. Go to your guidance counselor and bother them and bug them. This is the time of year to do so if you have not done so yet. This is their job, not only to get you into college, but to help you figure out how to pay for it. And you can look online at your local newspaper. Here's a quick tip for you. If you go to the search bar on the site of your local newspaper publication and you put scholarships 2026 or scholarships 2025, you'll get all the scholarship winners. But guess what else you're going to get? All the scholarships in your community and in the neighboring towns. And you can start making a list. Also, you want to go to your high school guidance website. They have scholarships. Also, go to the high school guidance website of the high school down the street, around the corner, or in the next town. They may have scholarship opportunities that you may not know about. And the local search also includes local clubs and organizations, Black D9 fraternities and sororities, the Elks, the Lynx, the Masons, the Lions Club, banks, restaurants, utility companies, television and radio stations, state financial aid, parent employers, unions, and community foundations. So let's talk about who really has need. And this is why I'm so excited about my second book that's coming out called Middle Class Magic, because oftentimes the middle class is looked over, the middle class is passed over. You don't get any financial aid, you don't get any aid at all. And I'm telling you, I know you have need. Unless you have $100,000 per year in your back pocket, you have need. And you need to sit your child down and let them know what that need is. Share your story with financial aid departments. Highlight your challenges, demonstrate why you deserve support also. Be specific and do the work to get the money that you need. So how do you appeal? I have an appeal template. If you need one, please email me and reach out if you're interested in that. But how do you appeal your financial aid package? Number one, review all your aid packages side by side carefully. Number two, identify why you need more money. Number three, gather all your documentation. Number four, write a clear, concise, respectful appeal letter or get my template. Number five, contact financial aid at your college or student accounts. You do not contact FAFSA. You do not contact the government. You contact the financial aid office at the college or university that you have decided to go to or that you attend. Next, you need to submit your appeal and follow up politely. And finally, you need to be patient. They usually only meet once a month. And depending on when they meet, you have to wait to hear back. If it's been a long time, you could definitely reach out with an email or a phone call to follow up. But you have to be polite and patient. You have to talk to these people a certain way. All right, we already talked about the middle class, how we're overlooked, and how we have need. and how you can appeal and get the money that you need. And did you know that there are state scholarships available to you? And you don't have to stay in state to get them. Every state has an Office of Financial Aid, and when you fill out your FAFSA form, you will be awarded with state aid as well. And you should also look into community foundations, and let me show you now the Community Foundation Locator. You want to go to www.cof.org. You will see this screen first. Hover over to the right for the Community Foundation Locator. You can put your zip code or state in the search bar. The entire map of the United States will pop up. You will find your map and you will see these green dots. Now, these green dots represent every community foundation in your state. It just so happens these are the community foundations in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So now I see Martha's Vineyard, I see Cape Cod, I see Boston, I see Worcester, I see the Berkshires, I see Amherst and Northampton, but this green dot down at the bottom on the Connecticut border is my community foundation. And my children applied to scholarships with this community foundation of Western Massachusetts for over a decade and won lots and lots of money. So look into your community foundation and find out which green dot is nearest to you. So how do you maximize Google for scholarship search? A targeted Google search can help you tremendously. You just want to put in a few search optimized words, like we put in words like dance, scholarship, high school senior, Massachusetts, 2023. And this led us to hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships for Liz. And here are some scholarships we won nationally. I'm a teacher and I'm a visual learner. I love charts. I love Post-it notes. I like to see what it is that I need to do. And I like to see the winnings as we're coming in. I did this for her scholarships and for her colleges also. And here are some local scholarships that we won. Over $30,000 in local scholarships alone. All right, here's a great Google hack also for you. You're going to go to Google. Type in scholarships in my area. Click on tools. Go to anytime. Drop down and click this past year and look at all your results. And get your pen and paper and go past page 1 and take notes. So you know how else you're going to win? Your it factor. Because what makes you special? What makes you different than all of the millions of high school students out there right now looking for money? Your it factor and your coolness factor is required to win scholarships because everyone has a 4.0. Everyone has a great resume. Everyone has great test scores. What makes you stand out? What makes you different? Let's talk about it. So all of my clients fill out a form so I can make them a personal list. And from that form, I figure out what their coolness factor, it factor is. If you have a hobby or you have a passion, something you love to do that you can't live without. Everything you see in pink are the coolness factors of all my scholarship squad members that I've worked with over the past couple of years. And these can win you tons of money, including Model Congress, mythology, Broadway musicals, sewing, fashion, knitting, reading, mentoring, gaming, virtual reality, coding, bowling, anime, K-pop, and content creating. So you need to figure out what's your passion, what's your coolness factor, and you can win some money. Let's talk about AI in your essays and using ChatGPT or Grammarly or Claude or Gemini or any of these apps for your essay. Should you use it for topics and ideas? Absolutely. Can you use it to edit? Of course you can. Can you use it when you have writer's block? Yes, yes, and yes. But you should not and you will not, and I suggest you do not write your entire essay with AI. Your essay should still be personal. It should still be you generated, not robot generated. All right, let's talk about scholarships this month. May 2026. It's late, but it's not too late for scholarships for middle schoolers, including Junior Duck Stamp Contest, Civics Challenge, the Apprentice Ecology Contest, Scholastic Art and Writing, the 3M Young Scientist Challenge, the National Spelling Bee, the Math Counts Competition, Patriots Pen, Gloria Barron Prize for Young Heroes, and the Jack Kent Cook Young Scholars. And for a free May list, please email me and I'll be happy to send one along to you. And now, May Scholarship for all my high school kids in the class and on the call. These include Davidson Fellows Contest, the Barbara Jordan Essay Contest, Innovation in Education, Journalism Essay Contest, Chemistry Olympiad, Explore Vision Science Contest, the AG Day Essay Contest, the ACE Scholarship Program, and Acts of Kindness Scholarships. And for my grad school students, I also have a grad school scholarship workbook. If you're interested in my stand store, we've got Committed to Justice, Hospitality Scholarships, Law Scholarships, National Potato Council, Architecture Scholarships, Environmental Scholarships, Heart Disease, Mental Health, and Journalism Scholarships. And one of my favorite sites for grad students is profellow.com. It's a great resource for scholarships and fellowships. So now what? What do I do now? Because I like knowing what happens next. What's my next step? Well, let me tell you. It's May. There's still time. You can join the May All-Star Scholarship Squad. Monthly coaching is now available. And scholarship coaching includes the following: weekly calls with me on Google Meet, your own personal scholarship list, 24/7 scholarship chat, your own scholarship essay tracker, essay editing and revising of all your essays and all your writing, and feedback from me, all access to me and all my products, weekly scholarship updates, and scholarship insider information from me and all my scholarship friends in this space. And if you're not interested in monthly coaching, you can get your essays edited, get an adult scholarship workbook, get a nursing scholarship workbook, get a grad school scholarship workbook. You can get financial aid appeal forms. You can get my weekly newsletter, or you can get the student loan templates that are still available in my stand store. And please, please, please join my blog and my newsletter over on Substack. I love it over there. I've got a blog. I play videos. I write daily. It's free. It's a great community. Lots of families and lots of students getting lots of great information from me on Substack. So please, please join my Substack community. Great information over there for you. And here's where I say thank you so much. Thank you for joining the May Scholarship Webinar class. And please don't forget to follow me. Continue to follow me and support me. I'm so grateful to all of you for your support over these last 3 years of my small business. I could not have done any of this without you, and I appreciate it. So please continue to follow me at Scholarship College Mama on Instagram, and definitely on YouTube, and definitely on TikTok. Please take a look at my Substack, Laverne College Scholarships. And if you have any questions whatsoever, info@scholarshipcollegemama.com. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. I am definitely invested in this work. And I'm so grateful to all of you for following me and joining me along. Please share your successes. If you have success stories, please email me. If you've got a win or several wins, please email me so I can share with the community. I do appreciate you. I thank you for your time. And please reach out if you need anything. Thank you so much.